Hey everyone, this is Pete, and welcome back to Atari A to Z Flashback, a series of explorations of the 150 games that make up Atari Flashback Classics for Nintendo Switch. Today's game is SwordQuest EarthWorld, which was a 1982 release from Atari, and the first of the SwordQuest series, which was developed by Dan Hitchens and Todd Fry. The concept for SwordQuest came from the Easter egg that author Warren Robinett hid in Adventure. Now, while Adventure's Easter egg was purely so that Robinett could credit himself for the game, because Atari had a policy of not crediting people at the time, the intention with SwordQuest was to create a successor to Adventure that deliberately hid things both in the game and in its physical material, so its manual, and also the DC comic that was bundled in with the various games in the series as well. So the eventual aim for each of the games was to discover solutions to a major puzzle and win a real-life contest, and there were some very valuable prizes on offer. So the way that would work is that by placing the correct items in the correct rooms in the game, you get numerical clues, and those would refer to pages and panels in the provided comic. And by discovering the hidden words in those panels, you'd have a phrase to submit to Atari. But in the case of both EarthWorld and FireWorld, there was an additional clue in the manual that pointed out which clues were real and which ones were fake, just to make it all the more complicated. And to give you an idea of how complicated that was, EarthWorld had 5,000 entries to its contest, but only 8 correct answers. Now, in May 1983, Atari invited these 8 contestants to race to complete a specially programmed version of the game. So they all came to Atari HQ and they all played a special version of SwordQuest EarthWorld. And the winner of that was Stephen Bell, who won a prize called the Talisman of Penultimate Truth, which is an object from the game and the comics. But in its real-life incarnation, it was an 18-karat solid gold disc studded with 12 diamonds and the birthstones of the Zodiac, and featured a miniature white gold sword decoration. Now, in more recent years, the exact fate of these prizes is not entirely known, particularly in the case of the later installments in the series. But it's believed that Bell eventually melted down the gold part of the disc and made about $15,000 in the process. And then he kept the gemstones and the sword model. And we'll talk a little bit more about the other prizes when we look at FireWorld and Waterworld as well. So, for now though, let's go play SwordQuest EarthWorld.
Okay, welcome back once again to Atari Flashback Classics. Today we're taking a look at the first of the SwordQuest games, SwordQuest EarthWorld. And that will then be followed by SwordQuest FireWorld and SwordQuest Waterworld, the latter of which is a very rare game these days. But we'll talk a bit more about that when we actually come to it. So we talked a little bit about the context of this already, and you can see over on the packaging over on the left there, there's the Play the $150,000 SwordQuest Challenge. Yeah, so that was a big part of this game's existence, but unfortunately these games were released a little bit before the great video game crash of 1983, and as such the series never came to complete fruition. But EarthWorld did. As the first game in the series, EarthWorld did come to fruition, and the reception to it over the years has been mixed, to say the least. But we'll give it an honest go today and see how we get on. So let's take a look at the manual. EarthWorld TM. Warning! All you who enter EarthWorld will encounter danger, trials, tests and obstacles. All will have an equal chance to decipher the hidden message. Welcome to EarthWorld. This is the first in a series of 4 worlds that you must pass through on your quest for the Sword of Ultimate Sorcery. As you explore EarthWorld, you will traverse 12 rooms, each named after a sign of the Zodiac. You will encounter danger such as the horns of a charging Taurus bull, and you will be called upon to demonstrate your skill and ingenuity. A variety of magical objects will assist you in the challenging journey ahead. These are strewn about the various Zodiac chambers. Carrying certain objects along with you helps with gameplay. For example, the lamp allows you to see the charging horns in the dark bull pit of Taurus. By leaving the right combination of objects in the right Zodiac chamber, you'll discover illuminating clues. These clues may refer back to the enclosed comic book and hint at the solution to the EarthWorld puzzle, refer to the next world in the SwordQuest series, FireWorld, and help you solve the final puzzle of all SwordQuest cartridges combined. Be off with you! EarthWorld awaits your careful exploration. Okay, so the main point of this game is to find the hidden clues and solve this sort of meta puzzle that was going on. In EarthWorld, there's 12 special rooms, each bearing a sign of the Zodiac on the wall. Figure 1 shows the Zodiac Chamber, and Figure 2 shows the symbols for all of the Zodiac rooms. Traverse the 12 rooms and select magic objects. You can take 6 objects at a time, then as you leave the right objects in the appropriate rooms, you'll receive clues that will help you to solve the puzzle. So these are all the different Zodiac signs, which, well, in 2600 O-Vision, I mean, I guess you'll have to sort of figure those out for yourself. As you will recall from reading the EarthWorld comic book, Tor and Tara must use the magical objects to get at the hidden sword. These objects will help you as well. Think about what each article could be useful for. You may even want to experiment with carrying different combinations from room to room before you embark on serious gameplay. Figure 3 shows what each object looks like. So we've got a key, a rope, an amulet, a lamp, a cloak of invisibility, shoes of stealth, a dagger, leather armour, water, food, talisman of passage, ring, necklace, warrior's sword, a short sword and the grappling hook, and it takes great pains to point out that the warrior's sword is not the sword of ultimate sorcery. So bear that in mind. By leaving the right objects in the right rooms, you will receive a clue display. In the centre of the clue display is your clue. Pay close attention to each clue as it is your key to solving the puzzle. Frequently, a clue refers back to the comic book. For example, the numerals 16 and 5 in Figure 4 could mean look on page 16, panel 5 to find a clue. By trial and error, you can learn how to interpret EarthWorld's clues. EarthWorld contains 11 clues. Some are valid to the puzzle, some are not. One clue will help you in the next SwordQuest game cartridge, Fireworld. Okay, so as you explore this game, you'll come across skill and action sequences. In these, you must cross some barrier to reach a room where you can leave or retrieve objects. You must leap from raft to raft across the Aquarian Rapids, dodge the spears of Sagittarius and the horns of Taurus, and run through a roaring waterfall in the jungle of Leo. Your reward for successfully meeting a skill and action test is often an object that will work great enchantment for you in future gameplay. To get out of a skill and action room, press the red button, and when there's a final sequence, when you've performed all the trials and tasks and done the right things with all 15 objects, you will be magically transported back to the SwordQuest screen. At the bottom of the screen, in place of the copyright notice, is your final clue. Read the clue, then push the button on your controller. Poof! Now you're in your chamber where the warrior's sword awaits you. Pick it up, it's yours. You're armed and ready to embark on the next quest, Fireworld. Okay. So there's a poster for the competition. And the official rules. Just about readable in this scan. And here's the comic. Come questing with bold siblings twain, prime thieves of ravaged earth. Next journey to the Fireworld, land of volcanoes' birth. Waves without number, water's realm, but where of evil is there? Last ride the air's winds heaven high to claim a prize most rare. The ultimate search for the ultimate treasure. So yeah, this is actually a pretty cool little comic that puts a lot of things in context and also has a few clues for the game as well. So you may well sort of refer back to this as we're playing this game. I won't read the whole thing for you now. This is almost certainly archived online somewhere if you do want to read it for yourself and see what's going on. But yeah, it's sort of fairly typical DC comic style stuff. Death to Tyrannus, death to the king! Yeah, anyway, alright, let's have a go and see how we get on. Now, this is a notoriously obtuse game, as you could probably told from the description. So I have no idea how far we're going to get today, or if we're going to get anywhere at all. But we'll give it a go anyway. Let's play! SwordQuest! Copyright 1982 Atari. Right, we begin in this room as a dude, and we appear to have a dagger, a grappling hook, and a rope with us. So let's try going north first. That takes us to another room with nothing in it. Let's go north again. And again. And again. Don't seem to be getting anywhere. Do the left and right lead anywhere different? Nope. Nothing that way. Oh, hello. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, so this is inventory manipulation, I guess. So that means we can pick that up. What do all these symbols mean? I'm going to look at the manual again. Whoops, that's the wrong button. Main menu. Oh, okay, so the first symbol is the room that we're in. The sign of the zodiac. And then the other stuff is the objects that are in here. So, use the joystick to move your explorer through the maze of rooms. You move up, down, right, left and diagonally in the same direction. To pick up treasure, position your cursor over an object and press the red button. You must be in a room that has the sign of the zodiac on its wall to leave or retrieve a magical object. So move out of the zodiac rooms, position your cursor on the door. You'll need to carry a magic object to move out the right and left exits of the doorways. Okay. Alright, already we're in kind of weird territory, but, well. This doesn't look so bad, does it? No. I did it! I found some shoes and a key. I now have too many objects, so I think. Let's put down that. And pick that up. Okay, no clue, so I guess that's not the right place. Can we go through this way yet? We can! So one of those magic items I've got is the right one. We're now in goat room. I can't remember my zodiac signs. We're now in whatever that is, and there's a necklace. That seems to be Taurus again. We left the lamp in there. Which is going to make crossing through that room again a bit more difficult, isn't it? Oh well. Oh! Got a clue. 16.4. Okay, so maybe the lamp does need to go in there. So, if I look in here... And if we look at page 16... 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Panel 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you look at the tower, there's a word hidden not terribly subtly in there. It says Spire, I think. Just next to the topless dude saying, "Why don't we kill him?" Okay, so that's basically how this works. You discover the clues by dropping the objects in the rooms, and eventually you'll end up with a bunch of words. I'm not entirely sure what triggers the mini games. Okay, so we're playing Frogger, are we? Missed. Oops. There's no sort of live system or anything in this, so I think you can basically fail these as much as you want. Some truly horrendous sound effects going on in this game. Well, this is nightmarishly difficult, isn't it? Oh, fuck. This is ridiculous. Nope. Oh, this is hard. Is what this is. Unnecessarily so, some might say. No. Oh, the timing's near impossible, some might say. I want to do it though. I know it's possible. The noises are things changing from one form to another. There we go, done it. Right, stuff. So what needs to go in here, I wonder? I don't know. Let's just drop all the things. I'm sure one of them will be right. And take these. No clue for me. Oh, I gotta do it again. I want to pick all the stuff up. I gotta do it again. That does, however, suggest that none of the items I had triggered this minigame, though. So that probably also means that none of the items I had were needed in that room either. Okay, so let's go somewhere else. What about this room? Nothing. Nothing. That's Taurus again. Nothing there. We got a ring. And a bottle of something. What are those things supposed to be? So we got food and a ring. Oh, what are the other two things while we're on? Also got a talisman of passage and water. Okay. Okay, something going on here. Another dodge the thing sort of room. Another dodge the thing sort of room with very difficult timing from the look of things. No! Oh, I can't believe that. I so nearly made it. Right. There's a... That's a cloak of something or other, isn't it? Well... Process of elimination. Apparently none of those things then. Wonder if that shield goes in there. I don't know if the problem is I don't know if there's any logic to what objects go in what rooms. The lamp going in the Taurus room made sense because you need the lamp to actually be able to see the obstacles in that room. Now we've done this one. But we also haven't found the right object for this room yet, so... See, this is part of the trouble. I don't even know if I'm playing this right. Which is part of the reason why this game has such a sort of mixed reception these days. It is quite rightly acknowledged as one of the most interesting games of the 2600 era, but in terms of actually playing it... right. Let's try leaving behind the cloak of invisibility. Let's take some of our stuff. Let's take the sword, let's take the grappling hook. Nope. I don't know what I'm doing at all. It does wrap around on itself. What's that? I don't know. Because none of this really makes sense. I'm sure I went one way and then went back and now I'm in a different place. What would... I assume that's like Aquarius or something. Nope. Nope, just nothing. Do you want this? Nope. That's my sword again. Nope. Scorpion want food? No. Scorpio want necklace. Nope. Scorpio want talisman of passage. Nope. Scorpio want ring. Scorpio want none of these things. And sod Scorpio. I think it's... I'm not 100% sure if there's supposed to be a minigame in every room or not. And if the minigame showing up is a clue that you should be doing something in particular. Right. Shield. Oh, I can't pick that up. Why don't you have this sword? And I will take this shield. Nope. Alright, why don't you take this necklace? Nope. Ring? You know what? If you give me a moment, I'm going to look up a bit of information on this just to see if it actually makes any sort of rational sense whatsoever. So let's take a moment and hop on over to Game FAQs. I'll be back in a moment. Right, looking at what this has to say, there seems to be very little relation between the stuff that you leave where and getting a clue. And to make matters worse, after the first clue you get, you have to leave multiple objects. You have to leave one object in several different rooms for the clue to show up. Oh dear me. So just to demonstrate that at work, we need to get the rope back, and I can't remember where I left it. Better not be in here. It better not be in here. No. Also, yes, there are only, I think, 4 different action sequences in the whole thing. So not every room has an action sequence that you need to do. Which I guess is a sort of relief. Oh, bollocks. See, the problem with this game is that it's an interesting concept, and if the object manipulation made any sense, it would be a really cool successor to Adventure. But as it is, from looking at a walkthrough, there's just no logical sense to what you put where. I bet the thing I need isn't even in here, is it? Oh no! No. Don't you change on me. Oh no! This game is stupid. To think, back in the day, 5,000 people managed to play this through to completion. You know, when you look at achievement stats for games today, and you see like an achievement, it's like, finish the game, 0.1% of players achieved this. Well, I think you know what I'm getting at. Oh, shitbags. Shitbags. Nope. Excuse the motorbikes outside again, as usual. I totally landed on that one. Oh, this game is a miserable experience, isn't it? I'm glad it's on this collection for the sake of historical curiosity and preservation, but I can say with some confidence and authority at this point that with the prize out of the picture, there is not really a good reason to play this game now. Because I don't even think you'd feel a sense of satisfaction from solving the puzzle, because oh God, you fall off if you get too far to the left. Yeah, I don't think you'd even have a sense of satisfaction from solving the puzzle these days, just because the quote unquote solution to the puzzle is so random. It's just literally trial and error. Put these objects in this room because, I don't know. Because why not? Right, there's my rope. Give me my rope. And get rid of this. And this. And give me that. Now, supposedly, if you leave the, I think it's the rope in Cancer, and the grappling hook in Cancer. No, let me check that a moment, because I want to get it right. if I'm going to try and solve one of these stupid puzzles, then I may as well get it right. Hook in Cancer and rope in Leo. All right, you're on. Now I just need to know which room is which. So, bear with me. So, Cancer looks like a crab, as you'd expect. And Leo has got a big T on his face. Okay, those are easy enough to spot. So, not that room. Nope. Nope. No, because that's Taurus. We know that one. Nope. Right. This is Cancer, I believe. So we leave the hook here. And then this is Leo, so we leave the rope here. And then leave. And then go back. And leave. Nothing. I don't know. I honestly don't know how this game works. I don't get it at all. I don't like it. And we've got 2 more of these to play, so please look forward to that. I feel like I'm being harsh, but honestly, these games just don't make sense, is the problem. As I say, there's the seed of a good idea there. The idea of negotiating a maze and putting objects in the right place to cause things to happen. That's pure adventure game. That is pure adventure game. And the original Adventure understood that. This game doesn't understand that. This game doesn't understand that there needs to be some sort of logic there to make the game interesting and fun. Otherwise, you're just running around doing random shit that doesn't mean anything. And that's the problem here, I think. So, even though only 8 people got the answer to the clues right, 5,000 people submitted a solution. So 5,000 people managed to make it through this game and find all the clues. So I have to tip my hat to those people, because that must have taken a lot of work. That must have taken a lot of work to figure out what you were supposed to do. But I guess this was also the age where you got a new video game and you played it because you probably weren't going to get another one for a little while. So, yeah, if you ended up with a copy of SwordQuest EarthWorld for your birthday, you were damn well going to play SwordQuest EarthWorld and figure out its secrets for yourself. Perhaps exchange secrets with your friends in the playground and all that sort of thing. But these days, given that the game has been solved, people know what the solution is to this game, there's really very little reason to play this game today. It's not fun, it doesn't make sense, and you can't win yourself a big gold plate. So I'd say leave this one be for anything other than historical curiosity. But for the sake of completeness, we will also look at Fireworld and Waterworld as well. The fourth and final version that was supposed to be called Airworld, that never became a thing, so there are only 3 SwordQuest games. But yeah, for the sake of completeness, we will look at the other 2 as well. But I suspect we're probably going to find ourselves in a similar situation with this one. But we shall see. We shall see in the coming weeks. But for now, though, I'll just say, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time.